Hey guys, it's Joel and welcome back to the channel. Now today you join me outside on a relatively cold and rainy day here in the UK summer. We have had amazing weather recently, but this week it seems to have taken a turn for the worse. Anyway, that's why I'm here today, and that's why today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the reasons why I started YouTube. I was indeed meant to be filming a video today where I was showing you how to protect your soft top roof, but because of the weather, that has been postponed and I will be filming that as soon as the weather improves. So if you're one of the 80% or so of people that are not subscribed and you'd like to see future content just like that, then make sure to subscribe now. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty of today's video, as a thank you to those of you that are watching this video, I imagine the sort of people watching this video in particular will be my most loyal subscribers. So as a thank you to you guys, in partnership with Flipside, which is an app that I'm going to be beginning to use very soon with some exclusive sort of behind the scenes content, I'm going to give away a full Sam's Detailing wash kit. I think it's about £135. It comes with absolutely everything that they do. And obviously if you saw my detailing video a few months back, I used the Sam's Detailing products to clean my car. So I thought a great sort of thing to give away would be like the full version of that, like every single product. It's even got mitts and buckets and all sorts. So yeah, I want to give one of them away to one of you guys. The way you can get that actually is you can comment on this video BMW. If you comment BMW, that's like you're entered, and then soon in a future video I will randomly select one of those comments and I will send you for completely free that Sam's Detailing kit. So if you would like that, comment BMW on this video and you will be in a chance of winning it. So that's as a big thank you from me to you for just being here and supporting the channel. So oftentimes I get questions about why I do YouTube, why I started doing YouTube, tips on growing a YouTube channel, things like that from creators smaller than myself. And I still consider myself a very small creator, but I can at least talk about the reasons why I started YouTube. Those of you that know me and have been around for a while might know some of them. One of them, the main reasons actually being my time working with Seen Through Glass, who I'm sure you all know, but is a super popular automotive YouTuber also based in the UK. So there was a period I was working with him and that largely influenced me starting YouTube. But there are some other reasons as well, which I'll go into in this video. So let's start with that big one then, which, like I say, some of you might know if you've been around for a while. But in the summer of 2017, I believe, I worked with Sam as an assistant cameraman and social media guy for about 6 months. And that came about through me applying to him because of a video he posted about wanting an assistant. So I was super fortunate and got that job. And yeah, for about 6 months during the summer of 2017, I was doing exactly that with Sam from Seen Through Glass. And you know, I don't want to sound like a brag, but I got to do some incredible things that I'll never forget, honestly. And in short, that world of YouTube and the stuff that we got to do and the stuff that I got to see Sam was able to do with his following really made me think, like, wow, if I could grow an audience like this for myself, it could open up so many opportunities and so many doors. And for me, obviously I'm a car fan, but my favorite thing about cars is driving them. And you know, I do okay for myself, but I've not come from a wealthy family. There was, you know, never been any really nice cars that my dad owns or anything like that. So I was never, if I just carried on doing what I was doing, there was no way I was ever going to be able to experience some incredible cars, and actually some cars that I've already been lucky enough to experience now, largely in thanks to my YouTube channel. So that really was the main thing, is that, you know, I decided, being a massive car fan, there's so many cars out there that I would love to drive, and unless I was super filthy rich, there was not really any way in which I was going to be able to obtain those cars. So I saw YouTube as a potential opportunity to grow a following and therefore be given access to some of these crazy cars. The other thing that of course comes into it is I obviously have a big passion for making videos and editing and etc, everything that goes into it. In fact, even just producing videos, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Even for a video like this, if it's scripting, traveling, getting the equipment set up, there is actually quite a lot. Even though I'm just standing here in front of the car right now, there's quite a lot of preparation that's even gone into this video. So I love all of that process, and again, by having my own YouTube channel, I am the sole owner of that process. I can literally do exactly what I want, when I want with this channel, And actually I open it up to you guys to sort of guide me through that, because obviously you're the reason I make these videos, and knowing what you guys want to see, I always try and deliver that for you. But yeah, so I love the process of making videos. I'm obviously into video, and my current day job, my current full-time position, YouTube is my second job, is a video company. So it's sort of another passion of mine, as well as cars, and the two go hand in hand, right? I think that's why lots of people want to do this social media malarkey, because they have a passion for sort of a couple of things, and they do go well hand in hand. Now, it was very obvious from the start, and even from working with Sam at Seen Through Glass, that, you know, YouTube itself does not pay a tremendous amount. I didn't go into this thinking I was going to make any money from it. Again, it was a real passion for cars, wanting to open up as many doors as possible and be able to just create content I want to create on a weekly, daily basis, whatever it is. So I knew for a fact that YouTube wasn't going to be that in terms of a business, but I knew that, you know, with some growth and with some hard work, you know, it could pay, you know, itself. And I'm now really fortunately at the point where I am pretty much covering my expenses, so to speak. So I don't have to worry about how much fuel goes in the car. I don't really have to panic about maintenance that might come up, because YouTube and the content I create now allows me to sort of cover that stuff. So it's essentially funding my hobby. You know, my hobby is to go out and drive and do various events, go to various places and film cars. And YouTube is now at the point where it's covering that. So I'm already like tremendously happy and fortunate to be in such a position. And again, really grateful to you guys for essentially allowing that. And the other main reason that I haven't mentioned, and you might be wondering, I mean, I'm standing in front of my Z4 now. The other main reason that I started YouTube is that I was super passionate about being a bit different. I've always been a bit of a, I don't know what the word is, a misfit. You know, I've never really been like everyone else. I've always liked to do things differently in sort of every area of life. And, you know, there really wasn't too many 19-year-olds driving around in BMW Z4s. Also, when I was researching for a two-seater convertible, anything from like a Boxster or an MX-5 or a Z4, whatever it was, there really wasn't that much content around it on YouTube. So I guess in a sense I saw an opportunity to create content around quite a niche car like my Z4. But, oh, there go my sunglasses. I might even need them, you know. But essentially what I'm getting at here is that I was super passionate about the fact that I picked up my Z4 for under 5 grand. I think I paid about 3.5 grand for this at the time, 3 years ago now. Mental. And I just thought, like, I really wanted to get it out there that these cars are tremendously cheap to buy. If you're a young person like myself and you want something a little bit different, quite fast, it's got a bit of wow about it being a convertible, 2 seats, then it is obtainable, like it really is. And so many people out there I know were getting sort of 2011 Vauxhall Corsas and Fiestas or you know, the equivalents for the same sort of money, and they would say to me, bloody hell, Joel, like, how do you afford that? Like, that's so, like, how do you do that? And I'm like, forever explaining to people that this is not an expensive car, and even after you've bought it, it's really not that expensive to maintain. I mean, this car, given it's on 155 almost 1,000 miles, it has been tremendously reliable. I've had pretty much every water coolant issue with it, but that might have totaled £500 in repairs over 3 years. And the diesel valve went wrong as well, which cost me a few £100 to repair. And apart from that, nothing has actually gone wrong mechanically on the car. So it has been tremendously cheap if you look at the amount of miles and the amount of time I've owned this car to run. And yeah, really, that's where it all started for my YouTube channel. I knew I wanted to make videos. I knew I wanted to sort of get on camera myself. But I think when I got this car, and this is actually when my first video is explaining why I bought this car essentially, I just realised that I really wanted to exclaim and shout to everyone that this is great. Like, you can get this 2-seater sports car, which is 3 litre, it's quite fast, it's really fun to drive, for like no money whatsoever when you think about other cars that young people are buying and driving. So I hope that sort of makes sense. That's essentially it. I mean, they're really the reasons. Now that I'm fairly established, I guess, in my channel, I've been doing it for about 3 years now, and I've built up some kind of rhythm and got a great audience. I now enjoy it as well because of you guys, because of the interaction. Obviously, when it started and it was super small, there was none of that. But now, as this channel grows and continues to grow, I hope, you know, a large part of this is actually sort of having a community online. Like, it's like having a whole nother group of friends. And I'm always, when I create a video and I'm scheduling it and getting it, you know, ready on YouTube, I'm always really excited for it to go live and to see what you guys think. That genuinely excites me, and probably the reason why I'm still doing YouTube to this day, because it's not like I say, it's not like a high-paying job. I mean, I've had this car for 3 years, mainly because I haven't been able to afford to get anything else. That's all changing, hopefully very soon. And yeah, although I might be getting something like an M240i or an A45, we've mentioned, you know, lots of names are out there, as a daily car, I do still want to get a V10 M6, and that is exactly the same thing as this. V10 M6, you know, is 12, 15 grand, basically no money for the fact it's a V10. Yes, there's tons of problems with it, and I will document all of that as we go. But my hope with that car, for example, and just going forward in the future, is that I can buy cars that people are like, they wouldn't even consider. So something like an M6, I would imagine when I get that, there'll be lots of people that end up finding the channel and they think, I didn't even know this car existed. And that is exactly it. It's like, I'm not here to be like everyone else and just get my hands on a Lamborghini and review it. What I want to do is really just bring a whole nother like dimension of cars on YouTube, if that makes any sense. I feel like I am waffling a lot, but yeah, I think bringing sort of different, interesting, weird cars that people don't normally buy is what eventually and ultimately I want to be doing on this channel, obviously money providing. So yeah, I mean, that's really it in terms of why I started YouTube, and then I've explained a bit about why I'm still going, and also, you know, what I want this channel to be in the future is exactly that. Like, I want to basically have a load of cars that other people don't really ever own because of A, B and C. You know, with the M6, people hold off buying those because of all of the horror stories you hear. I would love to be that guy that takes the risk and documents it for you and gives you a real insight into what it's like owning a car like that. And I think the Z4 to some extent, although not really a risky car to own, I cannot tell you how many messages I've had over the years. I mean, at the moment, it's now about one a day, whether it's on Instagram or a YouTube comment on an old video, of people saying, thank you so much for your videos. I was going to buy a Ford Fiesta and then I stumbled across this and got myself a Z4 and I love it. And that is absolutely incredible, and goes back to the reason I started in a way. When I got this car, I wanted to tell everyone, and I wanted that to be the outcome, and it seems to have worked. So if I can do that in the future with other types of cars as well, then happy days. That's exactly where I want this to go. So yeah, very talky, I do apologise. Like I say, I wanted a video to go out today regardless of the situation, and you know, I was going to be filming a sort of soft top cleaning video, which I know lots of you would be interested to see. But tomorrow I'm filming an exciting video, actually, another test drive for my new daily, so stick around for that for sure. And yeah, I hope that's sort of, I don't know, been interesting for you guys. I guess if you're still watching now, then you found it interesting, and thank you so much. If you are still watching now, give this video a like, I would really appreciate it. And please comment below your thoughts, your questions, because any questions I actually get in YouTube comments can potentially be turned into videos. And before I go then, guys, don't forget that if you want to win the Sam's Detailing kit, which is worth like £135, just comment BMW on this video if you haven't already, and in an upcoming episode I will sort of reveal and pick out a winner and send that to you free of charge, because thank you so much for being here. Anyway, with that said, thanks again, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, stay tuned, subscribe now if you're not already, and I will see you with some slightly more drivey content very, very soon.